Just by looking at this board, can you tell me what we're going to be talking about all week? Ella.
Details and characters.
Details and characters. Can you give me some other guesses, Lexi?
We are going to be talking about the story, The Three Little Pigs.
You think we're going to talk about the Three Little Pigs this week? What else do you think we could possibly be talking about? Well, actually, Lexi, why do you think we're going to be talking about the Three Little Pigs? What gives you that idea?
Because there's I think a storehouse, a wooden house, and a stick house. And there's a little...
And a stone house you see from the houses up here?
Yeah.
Just by look.
Television.
Yes. And what about this right here? What does this tell you? Who is he? A pig?
And right there's the wolf. She's doing that same line.
Let's raise our hands. So we see 3 different houses, a straw, a brick, and a stick house, and we see a pig. So we think we're going to be talking about the 3 little pigs this week. Yes, Jake?
And we can see the wolf right there.
And you can see a wolf. It's not a very good wolf, but it is a wolf.
Actually, it's kind of cute.
It's kind of cute.
Good wolf.
I did. So,
It took a long time. Yeah.
so today, boys and girls, what we are going to do is we're going to look at pictures. And we're not going to read a story yet, but we're going to look at pictures, and you're going to tell me what is happening in the story just by looking at the pictures. So, yes, Millie?
It's like we have to look for the big picture. Like
Yes.
Like the big umbrella.
Like a big umbrella.
Big one.
All right. So now I'm going to count, and everybody is going to get a number. What are we going to do when I give you your number?
Hold up the number.
Shrikar? Put it on your hand so you remember. Okay? I'm going to come around and get ready. You ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3,
I'm 3.
4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right.
I see smoke. I see the sun behind all this the smoke. A wolf is blowing.
I see a hairy wolf. I see wood flying everywhere. I see pigs, and they're about to drop to the ground.
Jordan, what did you see in the picture?
I saw
Or what do you say?
Smoke.
I see.
I see smoke
You see smoke
and grass.
and grass. Brady, what do you see?
I see the big bad wolf blowing the pigs in the wood away.
You see the big bad wolf blowing the pigs? That's a great observation. What do you see?
I see a hairy wolf.
You see a hairy wolf? Alan?
I see wood flying.
You see wood flying?
I see pigs about to drop to the ground.
Excellent. All right, boys and girls, those are excellent observations.
You don't know if they're gonna fall.
Yeah, you don't know if they're gonna fall. Now what I want you to do is we're gonna get ready to pass the picture to the next group. All right, Stella, you're a picture passer. Jordan, you're gonna go ahead and grab the new picture from the other group. And 5, no, hold on to it until we say pass the picture. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Say it with me.
Pass the picture.
Excellent. Thank you. Here, I'll go ahead and give it to Jordan. All right, put it on the folder for me.
I see.
Put it on the folder.
All right, boys and girls, before we begin, now this is our original picture that we've been looking at, now what do we see? We already talked about the things that we see. Now what do we say? What do we move on next to?
When I see the picture, when I see it, it makes me think.
So when we look at these
When I
pictures,
see
you're
it,
gonna
makes me think.
and you're gonna talk about now that you see these things. Tell me why what you think when you see these things. So Jordan, will you tell me what do you see and what does it make you think? We've already talked about the things you see in this
I
picture.
see a mama pig waving. It makes me think the little pigs are moving.
Excellent.
When I see the little pigs with sacks, it makes me think they're going away to live their own life.
When I see the top of the house is made out of straw, it makes me think the only thing they could find was straw.
Love it.
When I see the roof made out of straw, it makes me think of the straw house.
It makes you think of a straw house.
When I see 3 little pigs holding their bags, it makes me think they're very mature and they're ready to move out of their house.
I love that observation. And why do you think they're mature and ready to go get out of the house? How do you know that?
Because they're about to leave.
They're about to leave? Well, how do you know they're about to leave? How do you know they're not just showing up?
Because their mom is waving and they're carrying little suitcase-like things.
I think you should kiss your brain. Excellent job.
They could bring that in the
Jordan,
house.
tell me something else that you see. And what does it make you think?
I see flowers right over here, and it makes me think this part's a garden
It's a garden? How do you know it's a garden?
because it has lots of flowers and
Who would have
Two
planted the
mushrooms.
flowers?
all of the
All the little pigs
children.
and all the children? Brady, what do you see?
When I see all those flowers, it makes me think the mother planted them to have a beautiful yard.
Excellent. I love that observation. Lexi? Tell me something about the pigs.
When I see pink pigs, it makes me think that the walking out of the house, it makes me think that they're moving away.
So when you see the pink pigs walking out of the house, it makes you think they're moving away?
Yes.
I love it. Alec?
When I see lots of trees, it makes me think they're in the woods.
Makes you think they're in the woods? Why do you think they're in the woods? Jordan, will you pay attention, please? We got to pay attention to our partners.
Because
Why?
they're wild animals.
Because you think they're wild animals? Why do you think it's the woods and not, say, a jungle?
Because jungles are kind of different. They don't have that much trees.
That's why? That's a good thing. And maybe you wouldn't see pigs in the jungle? And Stella, why don't you give me one more thing and then we'll move on.
When I see red mushrooms right there
Yes.
coming out of the ground, it makes me think they're poisonous because of the red part.
Because of the bright colors? Excellent. So, this is excellent. All right, so what can you tell me, boys and girls, that by looking at the pictures, just by looking at pictures, not by reading a story, or say we're reading a story, what can the pictures help us with?
They can help
They can help us with the words.
They can help us with the words. What else?
If we don't understand, they could help us understand it.
Exactly.
Ooh,
What
if
else?
we were deaf, if we were, never mind. Well, if we couldn't see as well, say for instance you were telling the story and somebody in here was deaf and you showed the picture, it would probably help them know the words.
Exactly. It would help them with the words. What else? What else can illustrations tell me? Lexi says it can help us if we're not sure with the story. It can help us if we don't know words.
If you don't know what the picture looks like.
If you don't know what the picture looks like for your imagination. So it could help you with what? It could help you
With imagining.
with imagination. And it can help you picture what?
Anything.
Anything? How about more specifically? It could help us picture
This picture.
this picture or this.
version of a picture.
Exactly. Instead of the things that you're thinking the story looks like, maybe it shows you someone else's.
a picture.
Someone else's the way they picture it. And what do we call the people that draw pictures in a book?
Illustrators.
Illustrators.
Authors.
Authors write the books. Illustrators show us pictures. And so the illustrators, their job is to help us see pictures to help us with the text. Jordan, will you sit up for me? Crisscross applesauce. Excellent, excellent job. I want everybody to kiss their brains. Excellent job. All right, I would like for us to go back to our seats, and we're going to get ready to write sentences. Wait, please sit down. Wait till I count to 5. Down to 0, when I get to 0, we need to be in our seats and be ready to